Hey everybody, welcome back to the My Bourbon Journey Whiskey Review channel. My name is Scott. If you're new to this channel and you're looking for reviews of different whiskeys, such as bourbons, ryes, American style whiskeys, go ahead and consider hitting that subscribe button. Also make sure to hit the bell notification. That will alert you to when I'm doing new uploads or live streams. If you're already a subscriber and supporter of the channel, thank you so much for all of your support. So today from Penelope Bourbon, this is going to be specifically their Penelope 4-grain barrel strength bourbon. This is going to be their batch 3. There is a newer one that just got released, batch 4, but today's review will be of their batch 3. Mash bill on this was undisclosed. However, it is with it being a 4-grain, it is still going to be a conventional corn, wheat, rye, and malted barley. Proof-wise is going to be 117.8 proof or 58.9% ABV. It is bottled or barreled at barrel proof. It's non-chill filtered, and this is going to be a barrel char number 4 for the staves and number 2 for the heads. MSRP on this is going to be right around that $55 price point. So typically what I try to do with all of my reviews is we'll go through the appearance, nose it, taste it, get into the finishing aspect of it, and then discuss any other general information regarding the product itself. So, all right, let's get into the review. So color-wise, you can see kind of a nice light copper type of color. And again, what I try to always do with reviews or just in general is move the whiskey around in the glass for 2 reasons. Let it kind of open up, help it open up a little bit, and to see, you know, how much kind of the oily characteristics there are on this. And there are some, with it being non-chill filtered, it is one of those things you'd expect for it to be a little bit more on the oily side. So, all right, let's get into the nose. Right away, so a nice rich caramel note to that. Kind of a, and I guess with that being said, kind of a Werther's type of, like a Werther's candy type of nose. Maybe even a little butterscotch there. A little bit of a nutty characteristic to it. Some of that corn grain. I believe in terms of age, I think this is only in that 2 to 3 year range. It is non-age stated, but it is in that 2 to 3 year range. Even a bit of like an orange zest to it. Light dark fruits. More of that, really just kind of that rich caramel type of note. Maybe a little bit of a brown or burnt sugar type of note. Not overly dominant by any means. And even a little bit of maybe a syrup, like a maple syrup type of note to that. So really nice nose on that. So, and I'm not getting a lot of the, you know, what you'd get with a lot of younger whiskeys where it's really grain forward. I'm not getting that really at all. So it's a little bit more complexity to it than just it being super grain forward. So, all right, let's give this a try. Cheers. So right away with the first sip, and again, anything this high of proof, 117.8 proof, you've got to allow your palate to be kind of acclimated to that proof that's there. So never try to judge a whiskey, bourbon, whatever it may be, especially something that's high proof, off of that first sip. You're just getting a lot of alcohol right away, so you want to allow your palate to kind of be acclimated. So we'll give it another sip here. So right away, nice kind of burnt sugar, brown sugar type of note, that caramel, nice oak presence to it. Really good, really nice spice, not overly spicy. And it definitely isn't drinking, especially with the second sip, it's not drinking like 117 proof. So it is kind of drinking a little bit lighter than that, which is nice. I guess good and bad. You've got to be a little bit careful when you're consuming that high of alcohol. But definitely not drinking that hot by any means. Yeah, again, nice rich caramel, a little bit of that orange zest there again, a nice brown sugar, burnt sugar that's there. A little bit of a nuttiness characteristic to it. Nice spice to it, not overly spicy, but a nice spice. That oak presence is definitely there. Not over oak by any means. You wouldn't expect it to be, you know, on a 2 or 3 year whiskey. The one thing I really, and I've said this about when I did the review of their standard whiskey or bourbon, that the non-chill filtration for me is an extremely important thing nowadays. You know, when you don't strip out those fatty acids and things along those lines, that allows for it to be a little bit more viscous, mouth coating, and it just allows the whiskey to retain, I feel, you know, more flavors. And when you can allow the palate to be coated a little bit more, you know, it's leaving all of those flavors that are there. So it allows you to, you know, really have that full whiskey experience, you know. And again, you know, with it being, you know, bottled at barrel proof, if you want to add a little bit of water, you know, you can. They're not stripping, you know, away the fatty acids. They're not adding water to it. So it's basically, you know, out of the barrel, a small filtration, not chill filtered, but a small filtration to remove maybe some of the barrel particles. But other than that, it's into the bottle, which I really, really enjoy. And it allows, you know, each person to experience the whiskey however it is, you know, they want to. So really nice whiskey. And with that third sip there, started to get way more dark fruits, specifically a kind of a heavy, you know, cherry kind of, you know, plum type of note, very dark fruit forward. So I think they've done a really, really nice job, you know, with this. So again, those caramels, a little bit of that orange zest, those dark fruits, that oak that's there, really nice spice to it. I think they've done a really nice job, especially with it being a little bit on the younger side. And I believe that they've just now contracted with Castle and Key. I don't know if that's from a manufacturing standpoint or for them just to house or barrel their whiskeys that are there. But I think that's kind of new within the November of 2019 time frame. So it'll be interesting to kind of see where Penelope and the brand kind of continues to go. So far, I've been really impressed with a lot of the things that they're doing with the brand. So I guess if we go back to the whiskey, you know, I mean, I think this is, you know, a nice, easy sipping, you know, 117 proof, you know, bourbon. I mean, it doesn't drink that hot, has a lot of really nice rounded flavors. Finish wise, I'd say is all of medium. And again, it probably finishes with some of that dark fruit aspect to it with some of those brown sugars, nice oak and some spice that's there. So it's really, really nice. And I think if they've got other barrels of this, and as it maybe even begins to either age or just kind of sits, I think it's going to be a really, really nice product. It'll be one of these companies that I want to keep an eye on just to kind of see how their whiskeys are really kind of, you know, developing. So again, Penelope Bourbon, this is specifically their 4-grain barrel strength, 117.8 proof or 58.9% ABV. And again, you know, for a barrel proof, non-chill filtered, $55 is a really nice price point on that. So with that being said, so I'll have some their information linked in the description below. So if you want to check them out, feel free to do so. So with that being said, I want to say thank you so much for tuning in to another review. Greatly appreciate your support. Make sure you're hitting that like button, subscribe button, bell notification, leave comments. You know, is this something that you've tried? You know, if so, leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on that. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, you can through my Patreon page, which I'll have linked in the description below. If you'd like to follow me on Instagram, you can there at My Bourbon Journey. Same thing on Twitter and Facebook. So And remember, it's about the journey and not the destination. Cheers.